So today I walked through a Barnes & Noble and was mesmerized by all of the books. There's so many books and there's so many different ideas and thoughts that people share through the written word. And the cool thing about the bookstore, because we've got Amazon, we've got a lot of online bookstores today, which is where I typically get a lot of my books. But the interesting thing there is when you go on Amazon and you're looking for a book, you're looking for a certain genre or you're looking for a certain book. So you type it into the search, you get the book, and then you check out. But at the bookstore, you're presented with thousands of books that you didn't even think to look for. And so as I'm wandering around the books, I made it through maybe 20% of the bookstore in an hour. And some of that was rushed because I was trying to see as much as I could, but I only had an hour. And so I was seeing all these different things. One area that really caught my attention and I spent a lot of time with was with the Buddhist books and that whole idea with Buddhism. And I spent some time there looking at those books, and a lot of those books really resonate with me right now in my life as looking at them and just the idea of being present, about being one with yourself, recognizing the balance and the beauty of contrast. And so there's this book that I have that's called Living Wabi Sabi, and that one I didn't actually see there, but there's a ton of books. One was like The Panda and the Tiny Dragon. I never heard that one before, and just a lot of books. And so I spent some time there and then was moving around to the other different books, and there are books that I would never even think about. And so thinking about life and all the things that we're presented with, all the different ideas. And I think a lot of times, especially today, where we're on social media and we're in our own little worlds, it kind of closes us off to other ideas, because we're not putting ourselves in a position where we can be presented with tons of different ideas that we didn't even think about. And so one of the things that I've loved throughout my life is expanding my awareness, expanding my understanding of the world. I like to ask questions. I like to think about the broader, bigger topics of why we do what we do, and are there other ways? Even from a young age, when I was in the 4th grade, I was, reading scriptures and self-help books and listening to audio books and things like that, like personal growth seminar type information. And I just love stretching out into different things, and reading is a way that I've done that, and then talking with others about those ideas. And I think it's really helped me in some ways, but it's broadened my awareness, and it's challenged my understanding, my beliefs at times. So there's a book that I read once called Riveted, and there were some things in that book that when I read it, I resisted those ideas pretty hard. I thought, no, I don't want to read this. I don't want to finish this book. But I had heard from someone before that says, anytime you come across an idea that you fight against, spend extra time with that idea and ask yourself, why? Why am I resisting this? Why do I have such a negative reaction to it? And sit with it and ponder it and read it again and again and again, because this is someone's idea. It doesn't mean you have to believe it, but as you seek to understand, that can broaden your horizons. And so I stuck with it. I read it again, and then I read through it. Some of the things I didn't agree with, but I finished the book, and it allowed me to understand the author's perspective a little bit more, which helped me to express more understanding and compassion for others who think differently than I do. And so what do you do in your life? Are you allowing yourself regularly to be presented with ideas that are different than your own? Or do you avoid those and stick to only what you're comfortable with? If you do that, it closes in on you, and it's that comfort zone that it shrinks over time, and you end up doing less and less of things that are uncomfortable. So today I would like to invite you to consider something you usually don't agree with. Present yourself with some type of information that's different than what you typically look for. So a great example right now in America is you've got the Republican and the Democrat. So if you tend to be more Democratic, if you're more with the Democrat Party, spend some time today trying to understand the Republican perspective. If you're a Republican, spend some time today trying to understand the Democrat perspective, and step over the aisle and seek to understand, especially if it's something you resist difficult, you resist hard, you resist greatly. Find a way to spend some time with that today with openness and a desire to seek to understand. As we do that, it broadens our horizons, it steps us out of our comfort zones, it expands us, and it helps us to see things from different perspectives, which is important. Because if I'm feeling depressed and I'm feeling hopeless, that's one perspective. And if I'm so used to only clinging to what I know, then that can really limit me and in some ways can be dangerous. Whereas if I'm like, okay, no, there's got to be another way, there's got to be a better option for me. And then I start to look for those and I ask questions and I talk to people. That then can help me find a different way out of this hole that I feel like there's maybe no answer to. I say, no, there is an answer. I just haven't found it yet. And so start opening yourself up to it. That can help you out of so many situations in life. The solution is only an idea away. It's just an idea. One thought can change everything for you. And so open yourself up. Surround yourself with different ideas. Be open to different ideas. And seek to find those things that are consistent. Look for patterns that are timeless. That's where you find the principles, the universal laws, things that outlast time, that they endure throughout time. They're timeless. Those are the principles, those things we want to follow, because we can see that it endures. So thank you for being here with me today. Again, these videos have been a little bit longer recently. I've had some people asking me for some longer videos, and so these videos have been a little bit longer. So if today's message was for you, go and like this video, subscribe to the channel. My hand's shaking a little bit today. Do you see that? The video is shaking a little bit. So might need to check into that and see what's going on there. Because our bodies are always talking to us. If you start to pay attention, there's always a lesson to be learned. And if you pay attention to your body will let you know things that are going on. Maybe there's emotions that are trapped. Maybe there's beliefs and thoughts that are wanting to be expressed and understood a little bit more. And so you pay attention to that and ask, I see that my body's shaking right now because. And then you can journal about it and do 5-paragraph journaling, see what comes up. If you're feeling any aches or pains, you can do that too. I see that I'm feeling pain in my right shoulder or my left shoulder because, and you just write whatever comes up. Your body's talking to you. It's trying to help you understand, because things that we don't deal with in life, they get stored in our body. And so pay attention to your body, listen to your body, and open yourself up to new ideas. You are a miracle. You have a purpose. Thank you for being here with me today. Again, if this message was for you, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow.